It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On our sideline, David Aldridge. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. And for the Spurs, up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. Chris Paul is out there with Fox. And it's Wembanyama in its center. And both teams look to move the ball around, stand to create more offense.
Well, that's usually the best way to attack, especially against good defenses. Ball movement moves the defense, and when you've got the defense on the move, that's when you can break them down and get high-percentage shots. It takes patience. It takes unselfishness.
It seems to be the most efficient way, doesn't it?
It does, especially against really good defenses.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Barnes outside. Paul outside. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Williams, and Williams with the stuff.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
And here are the Spurs. 4-point game. Vassell wide open. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
And the Spurs winning the 2023 lottery, stand, adding the terrific Victor Wembanyama. A franchise changer, it appears.
Yeah, Kevin, the hardest thing, and you need a lot of luck to do it, is to get that guy. The guy you can build everything around. There aren't enough of them to go around. Victor Wembanyama is a guy you can build a championship franchise around, multi-skilled at his size. This guy's going to be a fixture in this league for a long time.
Now here's Holmgren from the arc, and the 3 ball is good.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
It's up a 3. Vassell, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
And one of the quickest players in basketball. Love watching Fox use that momentum to his advantage on the drive. They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Williams with a clean look. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Fox with it. Dort covering. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
And that's one of Fox's strengths, trying to involve his teammates first. A really good passer who wants to play for his guys.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Daigneault said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times if that's what the game calls for. He paused and then added, he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those too. Kevin, he certainly will.
I agree. You know, David, he is fearless. And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. Here's Paul. Wembanyama looking it over. A pass to Fox. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up, and it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 16-7 run. Here's Joe. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Wembanyama against Williams. Good work there as it goes.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Mamu Kelishvili is checked in. Jeremy Sohan comes in for Barnes. Johnson, he's checked in for Devin Vassell. And Castle is subbed in for Paul. .141 left to play in the first quarter. Inside, it's tipped. Joe, good. Joe's got 5 now.
Excellent pass there to cap that break with an uncontested basket.
A minute 20 left here in the first quarter. Fox with it. Pass to Sohan. Johnson up top. With the shot. Rebound by Wallace.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Trains the three-pointer.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
He faded back on that one to give himself some room.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Wallace. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Fox. Lays it up and banks it in. 10 points for him.
He is a blur. I mean, Fox obviously skilled at breaking down the defense, coupled with his athleticism and size. Boy, he is a terror. Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Thunder out in front, leading by 17. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Thunder?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And let's also give them some credit for running the break so well. They're making the most of their chances to score in transition.
Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. Then there's Keldon Johnson. Then it's Castle. And it's McLaughlin in at the point guard position. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. 6 to shoot. Yep, that one goes in there.
And just using the natural advantage he has, he can see over the top of the defense.
Yeah, there's not much else the defender can do there.
Holmgren. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Here's Johnson. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. So, Stan, you started in the NBA back in the mid-90s. How is coaching different from, say, now to back then?
Wow, Kevin, it's just so different and in so many ways. The players have gotten better. Bigger, faster, more skilled. There's more coaches on a staff. Strength coaches have increased in volume and in influence, so there's less practice. Everything now has to be done differently.
Everything is bigger, isn't it?
It really is.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot on the wing. The rebound by Johnson.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
The Thunder leading by 13. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. Scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
On a dime. Shea got right where he wanted for that shot.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Down low, poke loose. Shot clock at 6. Here's Johnson. Caruso grabs the miss. Oklahoma City has gone to 3-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Put that bucket in no time at all. Holmgren's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And the Spurs with some changes. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Jeremy Sohan. And it's Paul in for Jordan McLaughlin. Here's Wembanyama. Johnson, that's for 2. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist. Johnson's got 4 points now in the quarter. All right, Stan, let's put that coaching hat back on you. How in the world would you game plan for a player like Victor Wembanyama?
Well, that's a great question, Kevin, and there are no great answers because he's so good. I think when you're guarding him, you want to be as physical as you can and keep him as far away from the basket as possible to negate his length. Defensively, or when you're on offense, his defense, I think you want to use his instincts to block shots against him, take the ball at him, draw him, and get the ball to open people.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, but if it were that good, it would work more often against a guy that good.
Here's Castle, and that one is hammered home.
Oh, yeah. Castle can leap up to the rim. The rookie putting some power behind that finish.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game. Pulling in the right direction. Pass to Wallace. Over Castle. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim. Wallace has got 5 points so far.
And I tell you what, somebody's draped all over him, and he's still able to connect.
Goes up the baseline, and Holmgren pulls it down. The Thunder leading by 18. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander over Paul. Caruso finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Buries the long-range jumper. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points for the quarter.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
1:58 left to play here in the second quarter. From the arc, and it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Spurs with some changes. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Vassell comes in for Johnson. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Castle. The Thunder also changing it up. Hartenstein's checked in for Alex Caruso. Jalen Williams comes in for Isaiah Joe. And it's Dort in for Wallace.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Vassell. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3. That one on Williams. Well, Devin Vassell has flown under the radar for a long time and passed a lot of fans, Coach. But we've seen it. He can fill it up.
Yeah, Kevin, look. He is an outstanding shooter. He's got great footwork. He can score at all 3 levels. He reminds you a bit of DeMar DeRozan, but maybe even with more of a 3-point shot.
This league, Stan, is so deep with talent. Are there any players who you think get overlooked in the conversation?
That's a great question, Kevin. I mean, there are some guys who I think get underrated because they play with other guys who are so talented and draw the attention. One guy that I have really seen lately that I think has been better than people think is Grayson Allen, the best 3-point shooter or one of the best 3-point shooters in the NBA and a very underrated defender.
And he's evolving, isn't he? Looks like he's working on other parts of his game, but he's always been able to shoot, which has been his calling card.
And he's a much more athletic guy than people give him credit for.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He's ready to talk things through with the team. .116 left in the first half of basketball. Vassell kicks to Fox. And he's good on the 3-ball. Fox has got 13.
And that quick shot by Fox is something you know he has worked on religiously. Nice finish.
And it's Dort off the drive. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
.56 seconds left in the first half. Paul for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Sohan finds Fox. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Oklahoma City leading by 22. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. The 3-pointer is right on target. Gilgeous-Alexander's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Thunder. 3-pointer, Fox. That one doesn't go, but he's still shooting 50%, 5 of 10. Williams for 3. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Spurs ball. Now into the lineup for your Spurs, number 54, Sandro Mamukelishvili.
So it's the Oklahoma City Thunder holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for San Antonio. So for Oklahoma City right now, the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3.
And that high release point really helps Vassell in that mid-range area.
Outside Williams from past the arc, craps in the tray. Williams has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Barnes outside. And Holmgren pulls it down. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds now tonight. On the wing, Williams. To the middle. Here's Hartenstein. The shot's good. Hartenstein's got 6.
Aggressive move coming out of the half, penetrating into the heart of the defense.
Well, that's how to start the second half strong. Going right at the rim and building some positive momentum.
Nobody near Barnes. His three-pointer's off the mark. And the Thunder with possession. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 19 points. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media, but people in the know how good of a defender he is.
For San Antonio, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Paul with the screen for Fox. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
Some well-needed scoring. He stops a 13-0 run by the Thunder.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
3.
They have been relentless from deep, and you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Here's Wembanyama. 6 on the shot clock. Thunder with the rebound. Hartenstein's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. The tray. Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got 8 points in the quarter.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now,
though?
What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
You watch Vassell. He's a prototype wing for this era, has length, skill, and plays both ends of the floor.
He's off on the second. Here's Oklahoma City. They're on a 19-4 run. Wiggins finds Williams. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Williams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Paul. Thunder with the rebound. The drive by Mitchell. And he banks in the layup.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Jones from outside. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And we talk about how Wembanyama makes the wow plays. Wow.
Here's Oklahoma City. On the wing, Wiggins. This one for 3. The shot, no good. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for San Antonio.
Yeah, when Fox gets into a rhythm, he is tough. Having himself a night.
Here's Jang, and Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
Wembanyama, a screen on Jones. A good look from Vassell. And the Spurs scoring again.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
On the wing, Wiggins. Fox with the steal. Oh, and here comes Barnes all alone. Paul's shot is off.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Kicks it out to Mitchell. Jacks up a 3. Connects from 3-point range. Mitchell's got 5 points so far.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Vassell. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Vassell's got 8 here in the quarter. Vassell's gone 2 of 4 from distance tonight. Wiggins, again, Oklahoma City.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
3-pointer, Fox. Rebound by Jang. Williams, that's for 2. Gets an open look and hits. Williams has got his second bucket of the night. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be right back after this. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Zohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembenyama playing the 5. Then it's Castle. Then it's Johnson. And it's McLaughlin in at the 1. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
Oh, man, what an incredible throwdown by the rookie Castle. Wow. Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. And San Antonio has possession. Here's McLaughlin. Out left to the wing. Wembenyama, left side. 5 on the clock. The shot from the low post is good. Wembenyama has got nearly everything to drop for him, shooting 5 of 6 from the field. Pass to Carlson. Now here's Caruso. Here's Carlson. Defended by Wembenyama. Shots good by Carlson.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Trains it from beyond the arc.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Here's Carlson. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
And another place they're finding success is in transition. They've been working hard to get ahead of the defense and find those easy ones.
Well, for him, it hasn't been a big night. With his reputation, they've used him more as a decoy.
Castle misses. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 12-4 run right now. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Well, that's a shot a lot of defenses will live with. Tough to dominate with a steady diet of those.
McLaughlin, again, the miss by the Spurs.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Here's Joe. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Pass to Zohan. Williams with the steal. Joe with it. Now guarded by Wembenyama. And there's another one for the Thunder.
And what started it all, terrific anticipation on the defensive end.
Well, as a coach, you're always telling your guys to play hard. That's what we need.
And the foul called on Kenrich Williams. That is his first foul of the game. San Antonio making a switch here. Paul's checked in. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And there's the drive. And it's Zohan missing. Thunder have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Zohan, the pass to Johnson. Will it go? Good on the triple.
The quick response from Johnson. He goes right back at him with the 3.
Right side, Williams fires the 3. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Johnson outside. Fires the 3. And again, it's San Antonio with the 3.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Very good inside. Dort's got great upper body strength.
For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Pass to Wembenyama. into the paint. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Thunder.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
A different look now for San Antonio. Barnes is checked in for Jeremy Sohan. Vassell comes in for Keldon Johnson. And it's Fox in for Castle. Here's Wallace. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this win.
One shot.
.56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the inside. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on.
Yeah, it's so frustrating as a coach when it takes your team this long to get into a rhythm.
Here's Williams. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Here's Barnes. And it's Barnes spinning it down.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Jones, that's for two. Drops one in from the wing.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
Mitchell dishes to Williams. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks very much, Shai. Balanced scoring for you all tonight. What is working offensively?
Yeah, we're just trusting each other, playing for each other, doing the sets that Coach has us doing, and really just being unselfish. When you do those things like that happen.
It was a great performance all around tonight. Congrats on the win again. Back to you.
Thank you for that, David. And that'll do it, folks. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.